My friend, you need to chill the fuck out. I'm here. I always start the stream after publishing the notification. It's just a timing thing, okay? Normally I'm a bit faster. Oh man. Alright, how's it going? I saw what you put on Discord. Oh, let's talk about that, I guess. How's it going? How's it going? So, like, Windows 11 will be better for system with less RAM than Ubuntu? Well, no, of course no. Like, we know that is... And I know that you know that, well, probably you know. It's just that Ubuntu gives a shit about usability with a browser, while Windows doesn't. That's all. So Ubuntu kind of adds onto it. Okay, they probably will use Firefox. And yes, memory was something else back then, right? That was insane. Like, can we... 36 KB. Oh man, those were the days. That was insane. It's a meme, not in news. Yep, that's why I'm saying that you probably don't put too much thought on that. Happy to hear that you're doing good. Happy to hear that you're doing good. So, watching the real news. There's not much going on in the world right now besides the fuckery. Oh, you know what? For research, it's going to be better that way. Yep. Like, it was a whole world. A whole different thing. I'm still just, like, starting up. So you know what? Let's take half a second to do dumb shit instead. I read it on my phone, I want to read it again. Okay, Iran shot down this shit. Well, if that's the one that they're saying set ablaze, it's not that bad. Okay, Asia is fucked. Yeah, and I find it funny. Like, that's in Hanoi, Vietnam. Why the fuck do they have somebody, like, pumping it in? Isn't that insane? And I'm saying that, and isn't it standard in some part of Canada? Like like they do this in the US too, I think. Which province in Canada is there a guy pumping gas? Fuck. I guess I could reverse the question. Do people self-serve gas? Like, what the fuck is this? Richmond and Coquitlam? Coquitlam? I cannot pronounce this. I have a bunch of people that come from there, and I'm like, oh, you come from BC. Why? Why would you ban it? How to feel gas itself? So, How would this be hard? Like, it's such a fucking waste of human capital. Like, having somebody just standing there, most of the time doing fuck all. It's so retarded. They banned it because people in charge think that other people are stupid. They are often right. Well, no, right? That's not a real argument. Like you... Okay, the part that I'm disagreeing with is the people in charge. Not about gas pumping. Okay, maybe you're not talking about the same thing. Anyway. Okay, I'll just finish my point just in case. Forget it. Okay. But like people... Oh, okay. Fuck! Okay. People in charge don't just make decision unless they're good decision 99% of the time, okay? When they just make when they do something is because the populace wants it. Especially when it binds to the daily life of people in that way. So no matter what the fuck you said, if I understood you correctly or not, I'm yapping, okay? I'm a yapper. Let me blow my nose. If they think people are stupid and will do gas spill, which costs money and fines, then they will put a person in charge of that. That's a decision that I could believe, like, at a gas station level. That would make sense. But at a state level? Like, at a state level, you need to have the backing of your populace to do something that retarded. Because it's a massive, like, waste of resource. Like, how can I phrase that? How you're going to regulate, like, commodities and securities is something that can be done on a whim and without the people giving a shit, because most people don't even know what a security or a commodity is. But when it comes to something that binds with people that much, that people touch with all the time, you cannot just, at a whim, do something that people don't at least, like or are somewhat okay with. Oh, I'm less talking about cities, I'm more talking about the US. Like, that's unhinged. Like, states. And like, it all started here. I mean. And like, cities too. Cities, I think it's dumb, but it's... I mean, it's more probable that somebody does it. But, no, still. Like, at the city level, you would have some kind of population backing of that. I may believe that it's because the population will skew way the fuck older, so there may be, like, other incentive. Because nobody votes in mayoral elections, at least not as much as the general election. But like still, like think how much do you live, technically, do you live within the city of Quebec? Or do you live on an outside, like, municipality? I'm asking you to dox yourself right the fuck now. Because in Trois-Rivières, I know that if, like, my fucking hair are going all over the place. If the mayor of Trois-Rivières were to, like, come out and say, bitch, you've gotta get at someone at the pump, it would not go well. It would be like political mayhem until he's out. But hey, why am I on top chat? What the fuck is this? I want to make sure that no losers sees it. Okay. I live in the Gaulois village of Quebec. Okay. Which got its independence of the bad mean city of Quebec. What? Okay. No. No, not... I want Google Map. Oh, it will dox me instantaneously. So good thing that it prevents me. I just want to see the border. Like if I go Quebec City. Aren't you? Oh. Oh, what the fuck? What? How did that happen? It had a referendum? That's unhinged. Wait. I have something that I need to Google now. Cap de la Madeleine. Okay, technically I live in Cap de la Madeleine, which is the eastern side of the Saint Maurice River, which splits Trois-Rivières in half, and that was merged in the same time. When they say this. Oh man, I didn't know that this was a whole political thing. Like, I know that for Trois-Rivières, it was a massive, like, good thing. Because we had, like... essentially, all of these were poor. And you had like, the fucking Imperial Core, okay, that was boon with cash, and all of the other that were poor as fuck, so... merging them all was a good idea. Okay. Which... let me read this for real. After the 2003 election, the new Quebec Liberal Party government, led by Jean Charest, adopted Bill 9. Bill 9, the science guy, okay, which created a formal process by which old municipalities could be reconstituted in legal terms. Contrary to what was promised by Charest, full amalgamation, what the fuck? Bill 9 only restored specific powers to demerge cities, e.g. animal control, garbage pickup, local street maintenance, some cultural facility. The bigger expenses, police, fire, Main Street expansion program, and the majority of taxes remain in the hands of the urban agglomeration. Okay. Which are controlled by the central merged city because their larger population give them greater voting weight. In Montreal, the demerge cities hold only 13% of the votes on the agglomeration agglomeration council. After the mandatory merger city on fission from the merged city of Quebec. Okay. I've doxed myself yesterday anyway with the voting thing. I don't even remember it. What the fuck? I think I'm retarded. I don't even remember it. Anyway. We're talking about deputy in district. Oh, true. Okay. True. We're being we're doxing ourselves at like insane levels. Yep. It's in the Great Merge where all small cities were merged into large one to reduce expenses. It was not a good idea to do it everywhere. It was a good idea in certain places. I was the programmer for software that simulated the merge. Ooh. That's kind of cool. There are easier ways to get my address. True, I can just ask. Not on stream. Don't ever put that on stream. I know you won't. But I probably can just ask. Hey, want to meet up? When you say that you were the programmer for the software that simulated the merge, do you mean that you were like in the like at which, if you can talk about it, of course, like at which level are we talking about? Are we talking about like working with some consultant that was working with the political party or directly with the government? Like at what level was this? Because this was, from what I'm understanding here, a promise, an electoral promise that then became reality. I'm assuming that they did not test anything before the promise, and you were there once it was a real project. What is BD2? I don't even know. I'm a toddler. Bro. Bipolar disorder 2, electric boogaloo, holy shit. Okay. Bro, shut the fuck up. I guess DB2 is something that exists for a long ass time and has been upgraded. Because when they say like AI powered, it probably means that they redid it. I was working for a consulting firm. Okay, makes sense. We got a contract to create the simulator through Ministère des Affaires Municipales. That was before the promise of the Liberal Party. Well, I'm confused. Wasn't the promise... Oh, okay, so the ministry was simulating merge before. Merge before, because some did merge before the big mandatory one. Okay. Oh, okay, so there's probably, like, the bulk of the merge happened in, 2002? Maybe you're having a mistake here. That was before. Oh, you mean the promise from the Liberal Party to demerge some? Because it was the one that merged was the PQ. Okay, no worries. It was just build up. I get it. No, we disregard this comment. All good. Well, the rest of it I regard, but anyway. Okay, that's cool. Like what insight were you able to get from that? Was it like, well, it was most likely about cost, right? So you could simulate how much savings there were from merging, or for, was that the idea there? From Montreal, there's so much shit. The software was really complex with more than 5,000 input parameters, of course, and more than 500 output values. Okay. So it was like an all-encompassing, we're going to have like all the data going in, we rewrite the border, and we have all the data coming out, I guess. That was for merging 2 entities only. Oh, okay. So you could get an all-encompassing before and after, I guess. That sounds cool. Oh, okay, I know what you mean now. And that's insane. And we're talking early 2000. God damn. What computer were there in 2002? Let's check. Oh, and it was true time. the master Pentium 4. We got it, Chief. We got it. Oh. Come on. Of course, it's normal to not get the math that you need like a fucking PhD to get. That's kind of the point. Probably add like a mathematician and an economist yelling at each other in the background. Oh man. But fonctionnaire, mathematician, statistician, were there to explain to me how to do it. That's cool. Well, that's necessary, of course, but still cool. My version did a 10-year simulation of 2 entities in less than 20 minutes. Ooh! I want to see, like, you run this shit, and it's working. You be like, fucking did it. Of course, of course, you guys were probably way more professional than my ass doing some kind of dumb shit and being like, doesn't work. But it's insane. What's the French description here? I know it was working before I ran for the Don't worry, I celebrated. Yes, it's always needed. I knew. I got what you meant. I got what you meant. God damn. I mean, maybe they talk about it here. When you said that the merger were not a good idea everywhere, I wonder why. Because for Trois-Rivières, it was like an absolute 100% good idea. So when you say that it was not a good idea everywhere, do you mean like it was politically not a good idea? Like the people didn't like it? Or that it was truly like just a bad fucking idea, like badly made? Because I wonder what the core issue would be. Like I can't even fathom why fusing them would not be a good idea. I guess I need to think about it a bit more. If you make it like ridiculously too big, I guess, is Quebec City really? Nah, it's not. But like I guess if you make it like your cities, like for example, I'm inside of the Mauricie. If you make your city like half the size of Mauricie, that would be kind of retarded. Because then you would have a bunch of... Oh, I guess we can put it at... If you mix things that are not the same, you disenfranchise a bunch of people, right? So for example, if Trois-Rivières were to have somewhere like Saint-Narcisse, well, Saint-Narcisse is way the fuck different than Trois-Rivières, so people voting in Saint-Narcisse would never get what they want. Maybe that's the logic. That have been frugal and inexpensive for years to allow big investment without debt. The merge eras erased all of those efforts. Enigma. Oh, I get... Okay, I get that. Okay, yes, the merger of the finances, that feels unfair. That's true. It's weird because when I think about this, how would I want my city to act, right? Would I want my city to save money aside and only finance things without debt? Or would I want it to get into debt? But like putting money aside is a retarded thing if you cannot fructify it, right? So like for example, you have these charitable entities that have big ass... No, I have a better example. Schools in the US have like funds with billions of dollars. When I say school, I mean Ivy League schools. They have these big ass funds with billions of dollars that makes money on these funds and are able to then like, first keep on the fund going, but when there's enough surplus, they can invest it inside of their school. Like, if every city were to do that, that would be good. But I feel that this is an unrealistic ask. So, because this is unrealistic, that every city were to do that, I think I would want, like, regulated debt to always be the norm. Anyway. How's your sickness going over these days? I was gone. Is it sick or sick? I'm going well. Like, I've still got a bit of a nose. Of a nose stuck. I don't know what to say it. And a bit of a cough, but it's really not that bad. Like, I feel pretty normal, which is great. Thank you for asking. How are you doing, Nigma? In Montreal, where it would have been great, I saw the simulation, the merge created arrondissements, which are, for all purposes, independent. Well, Give me a moment. What do we mean when we mean arrondissement? Fuck. Montreal. Thank you. Anjou is one. Okay, let's Google Montreal, Anjou. Or let's just write Anjou. Anjou. Oh, no E. Okay, so it's part of Montreal. Well, fuck. Like there, like we need arrondissement, right? We need to have some kind of separation, or else, like the person voting here doesn't have the same goal as the person voting there. But now I guess the big issue here would be, what is an arrondissement? What's their oh, I guess that will explain it. Or not. Fuck. Montreal. Alright, it's not it. But how do I go for the agglomération Montréal? And then how do I go to the Ville de Montréal? Okay. Agglomération. Before there were many municipalities on Montreal Island. Well, there technically still is, but like Côte Saint-Luc, is it independent? Yeah, it is. Okay. But like, okay, let's get a fucking answer about this. What the fuck? Wait. Let me read. That's great to hear. I've been going good overall despite that. Unironically, I have become sick for the third time now, which isn't sick. True. And despite that, I cannot write, apparently. That's all good, Nigma. Love you. Thank you for acquiring even when you didn't have to. Well, I love you. But most needs in infrastructure are common. Library, pool, water. So overwatching government is needed. Okay. Yeah, there looks to be a lot of independent parts to Montreal. Like if we look, Dollard des Ormeaux is different. Montréal Est. Mont-Royal. Oh, that's what you were writing. Like Montréal Est. Like, are they going to say that it's... Okay, municipality. Urban agglomeration of Montreal. And if I look into that, we're going to see that Montreal as a urban agglomeration is like the same thing as like, okay, yeah, we can see it here. Okay, like it's like Mauricie or Capitale Nationale. Anyway, okay, I think I'm getting a gist of it. I wanted to read arrondissement. Can we get it in English? Don't want to do the city of Montreal, Quebec, Canada is divided into 19 boroughs and French arrondissements, each with a mayor and council. The borough council is responsible for fire prevention, removal of household waste and residual material, funding of community, social... Okay, already with that, you're right. They're independent. Social and local economic development, planning and management of park, recreational activity, cultural sports, maintaining local roads, issuing permits, public consultation for amendments of city planning bylaws. Okay. What the fuck don't they do? I'm so confused. Because my understanding is that these three should have been part of the city of Montreal proper, no? Like you put those three very fucking important thing up there, and every of the, I'm going to be rude, gay shit, you put them nearer to the people. And local road too needs to be up there. I don't get it. Local road maintaining. One side of a road is one borough and the other side is another. Yeah, that... If that really... that probably happens and that's retarded, right? This should never happen. I'm confused. Okay. May I ask why you and MB are looking at countries and muttering names, which I thought I would never hear ever again? I'm confused. What's your question here, Enigma? I don't get it. Oh, you're talking... okay. It was a... I get what you mean. Okay. We're talking about Quebec politics, where in 2000... Well, from 2000 to 2003, or 2004, there were big mergers of our municipalities. So I have no fucking idea how you call your cities over there in... You're in Sweden. Over there in Sweden, like, what the fuck this is called? Your urban areas? Okay, you call it municipalities too. Okay, so those, we said, having a bunch of small cities is gay, and we will just fuse a bunch of them. So now MBE told me, hey, like there were some good and some bad happening linked to this. And I'm like, what the fuck is the bad? Because I'm confused. And then we went into, well, Montreal works in a weird fucking way, so we're looking at this. Politics is fun, alright? So, back to Montreal. What the fuck is going on there? Like, what's their power? I'm confused. Okay, is... Okay, I guess the... Are you fucking kidding me? Does this mean that there's no difference between a borough and a city? Urban agglomeration of Montreal. What does it do? It does municipal assessments, okay, tax, public transportation, arterial road planning, water resources, water supply, public safety. How can firefighting be under... Wait. Fire. Oh, fire prevention. Holy shit. Nice meme. Municipal court. Economic development. Public housing. Okay. And any other local responsibility under the Municipal Power Act. However, the City of Montreal is not obligated to execute these powers. It may delegate powers to the local municipalities and other governing bodies. Okay. Alright. So essentially, there's no difference between a borough and a city. Is that the meme? Like, what's the... Like, besides the fact that the mayor of Montreal technically has no binding on it? Wait. Or... No? No. They do have binding on it. The mayor of Montreal is the mayor of this urban agglomeration of Montreal, no? Fuck. This is shit. It doesn't change anything. Oh. Ah. Okay, so the the independent parts are not even independent. It's all the same. Bro. Oh. It seems like we scramble some characters together which sound Swedish-ish, then remove those that doesn't have at least the That's my feeling when I read any other language. For Montreal, no, there's almost no difference. But for Quebec, Trois-Rivières, there are. Oh, yes. We're talking here, I'm fully agreeing that we're talking about special rules for Montreal, because an urban agglomeration that has no fucking binding everywhere else, right? Like, it's not used. Is it used anywhere else? Seriously? For fuck's sake. Wait. Okay. How does it apply to Quebec? Does that mean... Wait. I'm so mind blown. MB, is your mayor the mayor of Quebec? Or is your mayor the mayor of l'Ancienne Lorette? Look at Trois-Rivières, Quebec. You won't see as much power for borough. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, at least for Trois-Rivières. Because I know this. My mayor is mayor of Ancienne Lorette. I'm so fucking confused now. I'll look into Quebec City, just give me a moment. Well, to be honest, that is kind of what occurs for any country, excluding the requirements. I think I would start running after providing the 20th name, because my head is empty. Oh, with naming things. Yeah, I mean, we've been lucky in Quebec, at least, with naming things. Well, in Ontario too, this is true, and probably for the rest of Canada. I just don't have experience with it. But in Quebec, what it was is pretty much us landing there, seeing a First Nation, and being like, hey, where the fuck are we? And they're like, Quebec. Or they're like, à Montréal. And we're like, got it, Mont-Royal. So we've pretty much stolen every fucking name from the First Nation. But I'm part of the OG Trois-Rivières, okay? That's fully French name. We went in, we were like, it looks like there's 3 rivers. It's clearly not 3 rivers, but we're going to call it 3 rivers, okay? Because it's a delta. Like, look at this retardation. They looked at this from the St. Lawrence River, and they were like, 1, 2, Three rivers, name of the city. Got it! Ancienne Lorette is OG French, that's true. Okay, my mayor is mayor of Ancienne Lorette, and we are fully independent and got a lot of money back from Quebec City because of the overcharging for service. Those are not even rivers. True, it's a small delta, right? So that's retarded. While in Sweden, proceed to mutter something incomprehensible and non-memorable. Well, I mean, like okay, because I work in technically the travel world, okay, travel insurance. Like France has the most unhinged naming of things ever. So if you're like not worse than France, you're good to me. Your names can be literally randomly generated, and they would be better than French. Because France is like, how are we going to call our city? And they call it things that are not even correctly pronounced. You cannot pronounce them in French. Like La Gorse. What the fuck? Lanas. Ruom. That's not even pronounced. You cannot pronounce that in standard fucking French. Or Chaussy. I had someone talk about Chaussy. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? And then the roads, dude. The roads are even worse. Le Plan. Oh, those are not that bad. There's some roads that are like literal insult. Like they are, maybe they renamed their roads, I don't know. But there are roads where it's like, the road is called sodomized. And you're like, what the fuck? Chemin de l'Esti. That's literally a slur. Like, it's so retarded. I don't know. Like, I understand that there's like history and shit, but you cannot make me believe that there's no one through that big ass history that was like, that came into the mayoralship and was like, our city has garbage names. We are fixing that. We are going to be fucking based. And this road is going to be called the road of Europe. Like, call it a fucking thing. Not like Nevers? Nevers? That's not even French. Coulanger les nerfs. Les nevers. What the fuck? Anyway. L'Esti is a city. Well, fuck me. Saint-Clinclin et Murmure. Yeah. True. New neighborhood are more Frenchy. At least in Trois-Rivières, the way that we name our new neighborhoods, I'm very near doxing my ass right now, okay? Whoa, where's my house? Whoa, okay. Like, this is a new, fairly new neighborhood. Like, it's called the, well, how, we were calling it Europe? Anyway, this neighborhood, we were calling it like the more Europe neighborhood, because they have all names, like, maybe not here, but more here, like Oslo, Luxembourg, Vienne, Paris. Like, it's cute little names. Like, wow, Moscow. We got Mas. Well, that doesn't work. Athens. Or else it's people's name, right? Or big roads, they're going to have like fun names, like Des Prairies. Wow. Anyway. So what you're trying to convey is that the one who named these had a stroke on top of their stroke. What I'm trying to convey is that there is no value in having a name that comes from millennia of retardation if it's a name that is literally confusing. That's all it is. It doesn't help. It doesn't, like, there's no positive things that are coming from it. And like, I'm yelling about France right now because their naming scheme is garbage. But if you want, like, suicide-inducing, go to the UK. Holy fucking shit. Whoever the fuck decided that this house was going to be... Like, can I have the address here? No. I'm not going to get any address, I guess. Can I get this? Oh, fuck. I will only get good ones, I guess. Like, you will get addresses that are literally like... The mayor... No. Fuck. The manor? Manoir? I don't know how to say that. Okay, let me just translate. The big ass... the big ass house on top of the hill. And they named the city. Manor. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. And you're like, bro. Like, I get that maybe it's obvious when I get there. Can I have a number? Can I have, like, a street number or shit? So, like, then they have these complex postal code. Of course you need them, because or else you don't have a real address. Like, this is... Like, what? Like, here, it's just a street. It's just a street. What if there's multiple other houses? Oh, we don't have multiple other houses. We just have a fucking street name, bitch. Anyway. In a joke way, I'm sure the language is lovely if I learned it. What UK? Who is UK? Oh, UK is United Kingdom. I'm sorry, you've got EU brain, and it's okay. I'm talking about England, okay? But in all honesty, Scotland, I believe they have the same issue. It's just that not a lot of people go to Scotland to... Yeah, they have the same issue. What is United Kingdom? Are you fucking kidding me? You know what the UK is. The Brits, bitch. Let me... I agree with you, MB. I know what you're saying. It's just that maybe, you know what? Maybe it's just me, right? Maybe I'm retarded. But to me, addresses are there to address things. They're there to give you value on where a thing is. And I would like to be able to pinpoint things way the fuck more. And I feel that having to rely solely on the postal code to know where the fuck you need to go is kind of dumb. Even though, from my understanding, or maybe it's just Ireland doing things that way, but the postal code in the UK is way the fuck more OP. Right? If I do this, it's going to... no. It's not. Oh, no. Alright, it's only Ireland. Like, Ireland... From my understanding, they've got that OP fucking postal code. Like, look at this. Let's do the meme. Like that's a good postal code. Like, that feels fucking great. Europe existed more than 2,000 years. GPS is to know where stuff is. Postal code is more tradition than logic. No, I disagree with that. Like, the fact that we can update the postal code, it means that postal code should be practical, purely. Maple, my brain is half dead. The only ability it currently has is being silly. I have slept from 5 to practically now. That's okay, my friend. You can be silly. Don't think that I'm triggered at you. I'm never triggered at you. I like to fight, okay? At worst, I'm fighting you, and I like it. Some postal code in Canada is only one apartment building, and sometimes it's a whole territory. Yeah, and that's fucking awesome. Like, I like the fact that in Canada, especially in Montreal, whenever you get in Montreal, like your postal code can be literally like pinpoint targeted, like it's only that building. That's fucking insane. That's perfect. And when you go to like Newfoundland, like their postal code is the largest fucking thing ever. And that's awesome. Like it should be that way. Like if I do this, like look at this bitch. But in there, like the population is in there. Like if I go and search the population of these places, am I going to find that it's like 1,000 people? So technically, there's probably as much people living in all of this. Like if we go there, there's probably as much people living in all of this than one big ass apartment building. So like in that reality, like it makes sense and I love it. Some postal code will dox you, another time it won't help you find the city where you're going, and that's okay, right? That's how it should be. That's called being pragmatic and being smart about things. I love it. Like I would like a postal code that you could pinpoint the house every time. That would be the perfect postal code to me. But being that we restricted ourselves to a strict amount of letters, and we're kind of retarded with our postal codes, right? If we go Canada postal code, Wikipedia. Well, I say retarded, but it's just that we designed it that way. So we have letters for things, and like we limited ourselves way too much with the letters, right? So like here, saying that this is G, this should be subdivided into 6 other regions, right? And same thing for most of Ontario, you should divide it more. And same thing here, you should divide it more. Like we have a lot of fucking letters, and we could just say fuck it and put numbers in there. Right? There's no reason why we don't. Like it makes sense that X is for this big ass chunk of territory because there's as much people in all of those territory as in my small ass city. So like anyway. Like we can do better. So postal code never help you find things. Well, I would like postal codes to be perfect, but right now they're in Canada, they're pretty fucking good. They're not perfect, but they're good. I really want Google to remove the translation thing by default. It's triggering me. Like I know that it's just meant to like sort things easily, but we're in a whole new world. A place where we look at the news and we're like, what the fuck? They pump their gas. Let's go into a hour-long rant. All right. I don't know how to do that. Like, it doesn't give me any option for that. I'm confused. Oh, fuck my nose. Give me a moment. You know what? I'll go pee. I'll come back. Isn't it fucking garbage whenever like half of your nose is just stuck? It really triggers me that it I know we don't have a chat anymore. Oh, it keeps it on here, I guess. Okay. It is still going, so that is good. True. If you're still alive, it's good. Or as I like to say, if we die, we die. Like like community moderation. Is that where... You know what? I'm just fucking retarded. How to... Brain, please. How to disable auto translate in YouTube stream chat. Stream. Bro. It's not what I want. Okay, things are froze. Fucking hell. Are they retarded? Oh, fuck. I'll have to watch a retard do it.
Ganyan, dito kung kuwari naka-live ka,
Hala,
may settings dito. Depende yan kasi sa phone.
That
Sa
was
akin, dito
racist.
siya nakikita sa baba. Pag click mo yan,
Yeah, yes, the magical button. Yes, I didn't see it. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Oh man. That's great to hear, I suppose. Yeah, Enigma, the timing was perfect on that. I mean, why? How? Ho, ho, ho. Fuck, I hate when I have no ability to unfuck things. Or, you know what? Maybe I'm a retard. Give me a second. Where's the link? Oh no, I wanted to look at this again. Hey, shut the fuck up, bro. Top fan. What the fuck do you mean by XP? You're farming XP? Okay. Give super chats, you're gonna have XP. I'm memeing. I don't need your money. Man. Can we like unfuck this? Is this what fucks me? Oh man, I need to loosen my grip. Am I doxing my ass? Okay. Blocked words. Ooh. God damn, I'm giving some powers out. What the fuck does approve user? Wait. At Enigma. Enigma? You're not appearing. Am I fucking up your name somehow? Go to channel. Oh. Oh, I'm top chat too now. Okay, I think I did a thing for you, Enigma, now. You won't get slammed. Hey! It didn't work! I am undefined. Enigma. That's not good. That's not good, Enigma. I cannot help you here. Cannot help you. Unless there's like a magical way. Bro, this is your name. Why the fuck are you making this hard for me? Well, fuck you, Enigma. Oh my god, I won't be able to unscrew this, I guess. Oh! I found it. Okay. Well, if there's something that can make sure that none of your chat ever gets banned, I want to do it. But I don't fucking trust you to have the moderation, okay? That's the thing. Okay, that's retarded. The US doing all their thing with Antifa. I mean, who has heard of Antifa? The only time that Antifa comes out is when a Democrat comes out and tries to do something good. So, yeah, they can go kill themselves, but let's not boogeyman their ass. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't update this one. Give me a second, give me a second. Here we go. Yeah, Ukraine fucking over Russia. I'm in. Oh yeah, the golden toilet. I really need to start paying for routers. Their stocks are going down since like forever. Routers is getting fucked day after day. It's insane. Like, look at this downfall. Like, you want to feel bad about some CEO. Bro, shut the fuck up. Like, look at this. Look at this. Ouch. They've purged. Like, freaking... The last 5 years were for nothing. And there's still some downside coming in. How's TD going? TD is doing fucking fantastic. Okay? That's my TD. Urgh. Go in. Go in. We want that upside. Okay? We want that... Anyway. Alright. Enough memeing. US paved the way for private assets to include... Okay, fuck this shit. Man, it's been so long that I've looked at anything Bank of Canada. They stayed the rate, right? They won't change it. Oh, what? Change to the Bank of Canada Governing Council. Departure of Reese Mendez. Reese. Oh, not Reese. Goddamn. And the retirement of Sharon Kozicki. Okay. And what was her role? Appointed Bank of Canada, overseas bank analysis, domestic and economic development. Okay. And Reese? G7 and G20 deputy. Holy. Those are big dogs. Who replaces them? Will be leaving his post to Toronto with his family. Wait, who's responsible to place people? Well, my understanding is it would be the Governor General under the authority. No, fuck, I'm mixing my words. It's the Governor General, but it's under the Council of the Prime Minister, meaning that effectively is the Prime Minister. Or maybe it is the Treasury Minister or Minister of whatever we call our Finance Minister. Oh, Finance Minister. Maybe it's that person that technically has the authority to tell the Governor General to switch, not to switch, to put somebody in a retired place. But let's just read and let's see. All right, Governor McClem praised Mr. Mendez for his contribution to the bank work, noting the bank has greatly benefited from Rees' leadership and expertise on the global stage. Rees has been instrumental in shaping the policy agenda for Canada's G7 presidency last year and for strengthening cooperation among central banks in support of economic welfare and financial stability domestically and abroad. This work has initiated changes that will continue to influence policies in the years ahead. Well, good job on Mr. Rees. Mrs. Kozicki has announced a retirement following a long and fruitful career at the Bank of Canada and in the U.S. Federal Reserve System. Goddamn! She joined the bank in 2006, was appointed deputy governor of the bank in 2021. As a deputy governor, she was responsible for overseeing the analysis of domestic economic development. Over the years, she has held various senior leadership positions where she led research and analysis on the economy, inflation, and the transmission channel of domestic and international monetary policy. Governor McClem commended Mrs. Kozicki, for her lasting contribution to policymaking and research during challenging period for Canada. I thank Sharon for her exceptional service and unwavering commitment to rigorous policymaking that brings research, analysis, and policy together. Sharon's keen insight and wealth of knowledge have been invaluable in navigating the challenge facing monetary policy amid the pandemic fallout, rising geopolitical tension, and shifting global trade dynamics. The bank will undertake the internal recruitment process to fill this position. Ooh, we gotta read. We gotta read. Okay. On a note of YouTube, well, thank you. Please stop worrying about me or whatever. Also, I think YouTube is a bit broken, seeing how it's notifying me that someone has commented myself. And only sometime. Okay. President 2, Conseil du Trésor isn't the same as Finance Minister. Yes, but I have no fucking ability to understand what the treasure guy does. And the finance minister feels like I understand, but the fact that I don't understand who the Conseil du Trésor is means that I probably don't understand what the finance minister is as well. So that's my issue here. I probably should read who the fuck it is and what the fuck it does. Anyway, what are we talking about now? Central banking policies and people that are getting out. Those are knowledgeable people. I am worried to see them leave. Well, I mean, there's a time for anybody to leave. Join the bank in 2004, 20 years, right? In 2006, 20 years. They made their career, right? Those are the top brass people. You cannot expect them to stay forever. And, I mean, that's okay with me. But yeah, I want as much as possible those people to stay in. Now, Bank of Canada governor appointment. Let's just see. How the governor is. Okay. The Bank of Canada Act provides that the governor and the deputy governor shall be appointed by the directors with the approval of the governor general in council. Oh, that's interesting. Shit, maybe we'll need to read the law directly. Wait, just to be sure, when they say directors, core function, fuck, it's probably about us. Board of directors. So it's internally. So it's internally decided. Oh, that's cool. So they go about, and just to be sure, when they say Governor General in Council, this is normally Governor General plus Prime Minister shoving in the key. That's like a two-man key right there. Oh man, it's too much of a generic thing. Fuck. Will we see the Canadian one? No, we won't. All right. Well, we can just fucking read the law. Not this. Thank you. Governor, deputy governor, and 12 directors appointed in accordance to this act. Okay, Minister of Finance. The governor and deputy governor. Wait. I'm confused here. There's no S to deputy governor. So why is there multiple deputy governor? Like there's a senior deputy governor, but how did we get to... Fuck. Okay, while the law provides the board of directors with the power to appoint governor, in practice, they approve the choice of the government. The governor... Okay. So I guess the idea is that for the big boy governor, it's the government that kind of says wink wink nudge nudge, this guy. And for the deputy governors, I'm confused. Okay. Okay. All right. I see. 20 years. Yes, people stay long in the government when they have faith in it. The fact that they leave at the same time is the worrisome part. Not really to me. I mean, wouldn't you expect people to get out of these things in kind of the same time, right? I mean, if I were part of these like high level thing, and like when somebody is on their way out, right? You know when they're like, oh, I'm just going to like skedaddle the fuck out. Like my time is coming out soon. So you probably say, okay, you and you, like you said, your time is now. Now is the time. We're doing it at the same time, and we're not doing like a bunch of release, make it a fucking show. We're doing it at the same time, right? Like if it was, maybe I'm way too positive, but if it was like half of the fucking board getting the fuck out, that would be something else. Not the fact that they are leaving. Okay. Goddamn, that's quiet and then... Okay. You don't want to read the primary source. Well, I'm trying to. Don't know. They wrote he or she instead of just they. Which I guess is just based on some crap or rule. Goddamn. 20 years. God damn, that's quite an investment of lifetime. What do you think will be the return profit of that? Just make it understandable. Okay, I'll answer. I'm so sorry, my nose is driving me insane. I'll answer your question in multiple ways. So if I'm not answering it correctly, just wait. I'm sure the right answer will come, okay? MB, give me a fucking second. Okay. So, what do you think will be the real return profit of that? if you mean on an individual level, for these people, what do they get out of this? Well, they get two things. So the first and the most inconsequential, like the one that we don't really care about normally, is the pay, right? These people are going to get paid, not a lot, but they're probably going to, I don't know if it's the same as a senior deputy governor or if it's a little bit less, but they get a pay, right? So, wow. Those people, usually when you're at that level of, essentially, it's not technically the government, but the government, you believe in it. You fucking believe that what you're doing is saving lives and is the right thing to do for your society, for your people, and every day that you wake up and that you make these fucking charts and shit, you are making the world a better place. So on an individual point, that's the return on investment. Now, on a societal point of view, these people, I know that it's hard to understand, but these people are the whole reason you can wake up, have a fucking street, and be able to survive. If these fucks would not exist, you would live as if you were in Venezuela or in Russia. Because these people, what they do is they make sure that your currency has a continuous value. It doesn't just fucking just each like cycle or whatever. And they make sure that they don't fuck your job market by, like, I don't know how much you know about the economy, but they don't push too much money into the economy to make it eat up, to make it inflate, to have inflation, or not draw back too much money so that your job market is fucked and then there's massive layoffs, so your economy goes into stagflation. So they do all the calculus and they're able to get to like an actual thing that works. So for example, Bank of Canada is either the most advanced central bank in the world, or like it's in the top, right? It's up there. So what they do is they do multiple things, but every so often, I think it's 8 or 6 times a year, they go in and they look at, okay, should we change some interest rate in order to push some money into the economy? Should we change how we do our policies so that we can like allow more capital there or allow less capital there? Do we want to create new ways for institution to interact with the capital that we offer? Like, do we want to change how banking works? So all of these things, to someone that doesn't understand how this works, they literally create money out of thin air. They're the balancer, so nothing trips. You can see it like that, or you can see it as, well, they're that, and they're also like, if they do their job really fucking well, they're like an investment account that you never knew you had. So you just got money that you never like invested for, but you just got money, and it's them. So anyway, I have untold amount of respect for them. They're kings. Okay. Now, 1 second given. MBE, go fuck yourself. Okay, let me understand what the fuck the law is first. Okay, I don't even know the terms, and you're like, brother, you're not even reading them. And Carney was one of them. This is why he's so based. True. So Mark Carney was the governor of the central bank, and he was there in 2008 financial crisis. He was there, and spoiler alert, Canada is one of the country that fared through the financial crisis in the best way. And this is in some part, like people over-index on this, but I don't give a fuck. I'll glaze Carney all I want. But Carney went above and beyond what was normal procedure for central bank, because he actually came out and he said, fuck. Before central banks, the way that they worked is they were essentially just doing shit. So they were saying, okay, we set the rate at this thing, and that's all. That's all they were doing. They just were setting interest rate, and they shut the fuck up and didn't do shit. Mark Carney came out and said, we're going to set the interest rate there, but guys, if shit hits the fan, we're backing you up all the way. We're going to put the interest rate where it fucking needs to be. We're going to back you up until the end of the earth. You're not going to lose your money. You're not going to get fucked. We're going to... So he was like the coach, okay? He was the guy that was backing everybody. And you know what? The market just looked at Carney and was like, bro, there's no issue here. Why should we panic? Why should we act as if it's the end of the earth? Because we're good. So nothing happened. Also, like, the reason why I say that it's that I'm over indexing, that people are over indexing on Carney being good, is because most of the policies that actually averted the crisis to Canada were were policies that were there for years before. Same thing with Tiff McClem. Like, I like Tiff. He is like the guy. But technically, everything that was underwent for the COVID policies for the central bank was there before Tiff. And Tiff continued them, and he did them perfectly. But, like, he was there for the ride. That's pretty much all he was. He was just like, he sat there and was like, all right, we've got that policy. It's going well. We're not stopping it. Anyway. But may I please ask you to reread my word, I think, and particularly think of the word investment. Psst. It was a dumb pun about investment. Investment of time, life as in currency. Alright, that was all a joke and I yapped for minutes. I'm in. I'm in. Okay. So, center ourselves back, okay? Center ourselves back. Things that I don't understand right now, that I want to understand is, A, how do we get to a number of deputy governor, right? Right now the law states only one, and there's like fucking tens of them, right? These are like, there's a bunch of them. I don't get it. So that's one thing that I would like to understand. A second thing, I can answer that right now. Governor in council in Canada, from my understanding, means Prime Minister plus Governor General. So let's take a look. Governor in council appointments. The government is committed to an open and transparent process for selecting government and council appointees to encourage continued trust in Canada's democracy. Okay, that's not what I wanted to know. I want the fucking law. Oh, fuck. Is a body... Okay, Canadian Ministry, colloquially referred as the Cabinet of Canada, is the body of ministers of the Crown that, along with the Canadian monarch, within the tenets of the Westminster system, form the Government of Canada, chaired by the Prime Minister. The Cabinet is part of the Act on behalf of the King's Privy Council of Canada. Okay. Fuck. Governor in Council. Okay. The Government of Canada, formerly referred as His Majesty's Government, is defined by the Constitution as the King acting on the advice of the Privy Council, what is technically known as the Governor in Council. Okay, so it's the two key Prime Minister. Well, I'm saying Prime Minister, but technically it could be a minister. But Prime Minister plus Governor General, Governor in Council. All right, so that's cool. Alrighty. Yes, Copilot. Why did I see? I use Bing, brother. That's why you see Copilot. Yes, but I still am grateful because I know nothing about banks. And I know now a little, which is greater than 0. All that I said, just to be clear, Enigma, for your intelligence, applies to central bank. Very important. Central banks are like institutions, while standard bank, just a bank that you go to put your money in, is a company. It's an enterprise. It's a corporation. One is there to make money, the corporation, and the other is, well, the reason why you still have a house or an apartment to call home. They stuffed that crap into an already stuffed project. What? I'm confused. Need to... Yes, I am a nerd about central bank. This is what made me not a Nazi, actually. Yes! Thanks for de-radicalizing me, Bank of Canada. Okay. Okay, so here they say this. In addition to the member of the board as constituted by subsection 1, the Deputy Minister of Finance, or if he or she is absent... Why would it be the deputy... Wait, what? Or if she is absent or unable to act, or the office is vacant, such other officer of the Department of Finance as the minister may nominate. Oh, okay, so Minister of Finance... Okay, so they... this language is this language is literally meant for... We know the minister might be a retard, so they will probably always put a deputy minister there. That's fair. That's fair. I love it. As a minister may nominate, is a member of the board, but does not have the right to vote. That's fair. The governor general and deputy governor shall be appointed by the directors with the approval of the governor in council. Okay, qualification. The governor and deputy governor shall be persons of proven financial experience and shall devote the whole of their time to the duties of the office under this act and or any other parliament in any other act of parliament. Goddamn, that was an hard one. The governor or deputy governor shall each be appointed for a term of 7 years during good behaviors, are eligible for reappointment on the expiration of their term in office, and, subject to the approval of governor and council, shall be paid such salaries as the directors determine, but no such remuneration shall be in the form of a commission or be computed by reference to the income or profits of the bank. Yeah, that would be a little unhinged. Disqualification. No person is eligible to be appointed or continue as governor or deputy governor who is not a Canadian resident, is a member of the Senate or House of Commons, or a member of a provincial legislature, that's important, is employed in any capacity in the federal public administration or public services of a province, or hold any office or position for which any salary or other remuneration is payable out of public monies, or, except as authorized by or under any act of parliament, is a director, partner, officer, employee, or shareholder of a member of the Canadian Payments Association. Oh, okay, so essentially a bank. Is that the mean? Let's just put it there. Okay. Like, yeah, Payment Canada. And can we see all the members? Oh, fuck, we'll see it there. Oh, I love it. All right, yeah, it's the members. Okay, so you cannot be part of a bank. Fair. A clearinghouse or participant. Okay, so you cannot be somebody that does a bond transaction, pretty much. Okay. Or investment dealer that acts as a primary distributor for the new government of Canada security. So another way to say this, but like there's multiple people in that chain of bonds. An institution that control or is controlled by an institution referred to, okay, so a subsidiary of the top here. Oh, I wonder what was written here. Can we have the repealed text at the bottom? Bro, I want the old one. I want to know what it... Oh, previous version? No! Fuck. We're getting memed. I want to know. Oh! Oh, shit. I fucked myself here. Oh my god, I'm retarded. Give me a second. Okay. This is the latest. Yes. Okay. Where am I? Okay. We need to go lower. 2007. I want to see 2007. So we can go on previous versions. 2007, so that means 2005. Thank you. Has reached the age of 75 years. Wow, they removed that one. That's crazy. I guess it makes sense. Why would we give a shit that you're 75? Like it's not an elected position, but we give a shit about senators. Oh, but senators, it's because we are expected, they don't have a limit to their term. Okay, no, it makes sense to remove that. All right. Retracted because I was wrong. Based. Okay. I'm memeing. Neither the governor or nor deputy governor shall directly or indirectly hold any interest or right in membership shared of a federal credit union within the meaning of two. Okay. So technically, okay, that's a nice meme. Technically, Desjardins is a provincial credit union, so they can still be a member of Desjardins. Was it Stan or Cardian? But yeah, they redacted so much. The whole fucking screen was redacted. Oh, my nose is fucked. Don't waste your time. Wait, I just want to be sure. Now I'm Desjardins Federal Credit Union. I don't think they're a federal credit union. Desjardins Group. Fucking hell. Well, maybe I'm a retard. Desjardins would be a federal because they now, like it. I don't know. My understanding was that Desjardins was actually it wasn't the federal government that was directly imposing it, but it was like they bent to provincial law. I don't have the right fucking name for this. God damn. In French, they're going to say it. Right. Coopérative financière fédérale. No. Provinciale. Fuck. Anyway. I think they're still provincial. I did this research before. Is Desjardins? Yeah. Or provincial. Provincial, okay. So this means that technically, under this law, you could be a member of Desjardins. I don't know why my brain got this idea, but I bet you could encode text in binary by retracting text here. That would be an insanely bad way to go about it. That would be bad. Okay. The board may appoint one or more additional deputy governors who shall perform such duties and are assigned to them by the board. Okay, that's cool. A deputy governor appointed under this section is not a member of the board. Oh. How do we get the board of directors? Okay, directors. Sorry, I'm not reading all of this. I'm getting bored. The ministers with the approval of the governor and council. Fuck. Are we skipping something? When they say the minister, they probably say it means Minister of Finance. Okay. So the Minister of Finance, with the approval of the governor in council, shall appoint directors to hold office during good behavior. During good behavior, subject to removal by the governor and council at any time for cause, to replace the directors whose term in office have expired. Okay. The term of a director begins on the day he or she is appointed and ends immediately before March 1st of the year, that is 3 years after the year in which the term of office of the director's predecessor expired. Okay. If on expiry of a director's term in office, no new director is appointed, the directors whose term office expired may continue in office until a director is appointed under subsection 1. Okay, cool. All right. I'm not sure if I like the idea that we hold so much sway over the directors. Like my main issue with the Canadian system, even though it's leagues better than other system, is that we have this well, let's make it that way. Okay. Okay. So we have the parliament, and from parliament we have a leading like group that forms the government itself, that we will call the prime minister, right? We have the prime minister, and we have the governor general. So the governor general needs to agree on fucking everything for any power of the prime minister, because the prime minister technically has no power. His power is derived directly from the governor general. My issue is that most things, it's not, there's no like buffer on what the governor general can do. The governor general is essentially all powerful, and if they decide to do anything they want, a little bit like the president of the United States, nobody can stop them besides massive popular revolt. So here, the issue that I'm having is that there is no way for the governor general to essentially say, hey, what the PM is doing right now is a retarded idea. Let me say to the PM, fuck you. Because the governor general, if he says no, he needs to be able to come out and say, hey, I'm saying no to the prime minister, and we're going into an election. And if you just do that for some like abstract, oh, we shouldn't do that because it's a bad thing, but like nobody knows why it's actually a bad thing, you might do the worst thing ever by calling an election at that time. Because the argument of the governor general shouldn't exist, let's institute fascism now, is like getting better. So like my view of how things should be done, and this needs to be like constitutionally like inscribed, or else it doesn't work, is we should have parallel institutions that essentially it's written in them that the prime minister, or in the writings it would be governor in council, has no authority over. But the governor general has authority to manage these things on the behalf of the crown, because they're the crown. So, for example, if the Bank of Canada, so let's say this is the Bank of Canada, like this whole thing, if Tiff, the governor of the Bank of Canada, was like, acted a little bit like the prime minister, but for the branch of the Bank of Canada, and that the governor general could say, okay, we have appointments coming up, I'm the one that decides these appointments, and I can actually like deal with Tiff, ask him, hey, who the fuck should I put there? And Tiff would be like, okay, these are good people, these are good people. Or maybe it's like a joint committee with the Senate coming in and saying, okay, we want these people in. Like, that would make way more sense than just, hey, the prime minister can essentially put whoever the fuck he wants on a council that essentially itself can unilaterally just decide who the fuck will be there, that's dangerous, right? Because the way that this is written, they essentially say the government needs to agree on whoever is put there, and whoever we put on front of the government is decided by this council, which the government can directly influence. So I don't like that, right? My view of this system is that this shouldn't exist, right? This should be a technocratic perfection where they just rule themselves and they just do shit. And the only person that has authority is the governor general. But the governor general, it's written that they cannot listen to the prime minister or the governor in council in order to change things. Because as soon as we institute these like new higher level thing inside of our constitution, we can do like way funnier shit, like making a separate division for governmental prosecutions. So instead of doing the dumb little shit where the only buffer to the PM doing very dumb shit with not being able to be prosecuted being the governor general. Fuck, I'll rephrase this. Like in the US right now, nobody's going to go after Trump because Trump is the one holding all the federal prosecutors and he can pardon himself. And technically the only buffer to that is the governor general. But this shouldn't be a thing, right? The governor general should be able to say, okay, yeah, you're a prosecutor that you hold within the government, right? Won't go after you. That's okay. I'll put a light on that. But maybe we create a new branch that can just prosecute people, like the chief prosecutor, that do those prosecutions that are like politically damaging. Like this should exist. Like a branch that the prime minister cannot do this, but that do prosecutions on these two entities. And it would actually relieve a bunch of the claims that each time that the government needs to go after a member of parliament, that is like, oh, it's politically motivated. Not necessarily. Now it would be like, oh, it's politically motivated that this independent branch that the prime minister have literally no control over. No, that argument becomes retarded. So anyway, I would love for this to happen, but I don't know if we're ready for it. All right. Some nerd. Even embedded graphical messages in just so commit history graph by selecting commit overall here. Man. This was created like that to remove the king from financial decision of Canada. Yeah, but that's not the reality, right? So Canada is independent. Okay, I think your view is outdated. Maybe I should read everything before saying things. Fuck. I'll read everything, okay? So, okay. So Canada, independence for the British. I understand that. If PM do dumb shit, Senate is there to block those law creating them. Not true. Same for Governor General. Governor General is named from PM's suggestion anyway. Yes and no. It's more complicated. Okay. Fuck. I think there's a... Maybe... Like, it makes sense why you feel that way. Because we don't have the same wealth of experience. And I'm not saying that you're inexperienced. I'm saying that you've lived longer than me. Okay. You're a wise man, okay? So... I simplify things. Yes, of course. I must be naive. No, I don't like that word. You're not naive. You're pretty fucking smart. It's just that, okay. Let me focus on a couple of things. And maybe, like, it will help somewhere. Like, okay. It was created like that to remove the king from financial decision of Canada. So Canada is independent from the British. I get this reality whenever our constitution was separate. Wasn't separate from the British, because like whenever the British were still in charge of our constitution and technically could exert power over us, it made sense to not give all the powers to the governor general, even though technically they had all the powers. But here, since we got back the constitution, it's like, I'm sorry, I don't. Okay, this argument, like, it is an argument. I'm sure that the bloc would love making this argument, but this argument that the governor general, if ordered by a mad king to do something, and there was like no reason for it at all, we would just go into like constitutional crisis mode and remove the king, right? That's why the king hasn't exerted any force on anything ever, because they know that using that force, unless there's like massive populace that is like ready for it, backing it up, is retarded. It will remove like all your power. That's not what you want to do. So this reality where the king can exert force doesn't exist to me. Like, to me, this is an impossibility. Or better yet said, if it happens, it will either be the last day of power for the king or the best thing that ever happened, because we're getting invaded because we have like a terrorist government right now. So like, this doesn't exist to me. The governor general in this construction, the governor general in my vision is a breaker. And when I say breaker, I really mean just a fuse, a breaker. Their only job is to stop fascism and to reset the government if ever it's fucked. So it happened in Australia, that has a similar system as us. But the idea is the prime minister cannot himself hold all the power, because the executive is wholly powerful. And if you give one man that power, you've made it a king. So the argument that one could make really easily right now is Trump. Trump is a king right now because he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And if the judicial system says no, or if the how do they call their parliament? Fuck. If they're elected representative, I don't remember. I'm sorry. If their Congress, fuck, I got it. If their Congress, says no, Trump can, if he's got enough power inside of military, he can just say, kill all the judges, kill all the Congress, we're good. Like, there, the political buffer doesn't exist. The only buffer that exists is, will the people go through with it? Like, that's the only buffer that you have. And in Canada, we have a political buffer that is the governor general. If the PM becomes insane, can just say, fuck you, we're going into an election. Or technically, like, it's not written that they have to do elections. So they could do what happened in Australia, where they essentially just said, hey, fuck you, the opposition now becomes the prime minister, and deal with it. But, like, the governor general can pretty much do whatever the fuck they want. So if the PM becomes crazy, governor general will do something. But my issue here is that let's say post-election, we have a fascist like Trump. The fascist can essentially rape a lot of governmental system, and the governor general doesn't really have any authority, because if it does say fuck you to the prime minister right after an election, it looks really fucking bad, and it might end up really worst. So we need to create these constitutional laws that are there to stop this thing from possibly happening. Anyway, the governor general is really just a fuse for the prime minister. That's what I mean, okay? It's just there to say yes or no. And when it says no, it kicks you out. So it's a fuse. Fuck. I'm just listening because it's intriguing. Bank of Canada created a way before the... yes, like I agree with this, but I'm not letting old things be the standard. Like, I don't care when a thing was created. I want my government to be the best. So, like, this is why I'm assuming the Governor General is always all-powerful, but they should have something that prevents a prime minister from usurping their power for wrong. That's why those rules are bypassing that position. Maybe you should ask your representative to add those safeguards. There's no public will for it. Like, okay, fuck. Maybe that's my construction of politics. If I want this to happen, what I need to do is to create some kind of grassroots movement. And when I say grassroots, I just mean like yell everywhere, make publicities, like make that people care about this, and we would be the like constitutional amendment fucking legions, and yell enough so that there's like 3% of Canadians that give a shit about this and that are energized. And then it would be a good idea for me to go to my representative or to like fucking Carney, okay? But before that, asking my representative to give any kind of oxygen to what is essentially a technocratic dream, I feel like it's a waste. I'm like, there's a bunch of policies that I want that I even think that could be popular, but I'm like, it's my job to make them appealing before pushing them to people that will stake their job at it, especially when I want these people to stay in office, right? I believe that giving every obese people in Canada Ozempic or Wegovy or whatever the new GLP-1 agonist is, it would be a good policy. Like federally paying, like this would be an awesome policy. We just have to bump the lowest bracket of taxes by 1% and we can pay that and more. I did the calculus. You can pay Ozempic to every obese Canadian and we would have no obesity in Canada and all the benefits that come with it. Like, that sounds awesome to me. This is a great policy, but right now doing that, that's retarded. So we need to create like the situation for it. Back then, Canada wanted more independence from the Governor General. Now it is different. We see what is going on in the States. If well explained, there would be a public backing for this. Yes, but this is too technocratic. Nobody gives a shit at that level. So that's why, like, I would need to be the person doing this. Like right now, okay. Let me just fucking let you into my brain for half a second. Like, I have dreams, okay? I have some big fucking dreams. And one of my dreams is to have more time and have more influence and be able to, like, make content for Canadian politics and talk about it a lot and be able to popularize concept and have my small chunk of the Canadian electorate that give a shit about a few big issues that I would like to, like, fucking nail some hammer on, okay? I would like to be that. I don't have the time right now, but I would like to be that. And, like, right now, like I said, it's unrealistic to expect from our elected personnel, our elected people, to do that. We are in a time where we don't want to fuck up anything. We are in a time where if we fuck up, we might end up with Poiliev. We might end up with Avi. And these people don't know how to govern. These people are retarded. These people are going to make sure that my daughter doesn't have a fucking future on this earth. And I don't want that, okay? So, right now, I'll put money into the Liberals, okay? I'll keep donating to them, that's for sure. But if ever I manage to get my fucking life in order and maybe do this full time, or like politics half the time and this half the time, I would absolutely fucking push for that, right? I would create the backing. I would explain to people, hey, the Governor General is not a representative of the king, as if the king is going to exert power. It is a fuse, it is a breaker, and explain to people that this is like trying to get the message out there that our government doesn't work in the way that maybe has been shown to them. But that takes time. Anyway, fuck, I'm yapping. I've got dreams, okay? I've got dreams. I understand you when it comes to lack of time. I find that, Nigma, this is not a roast, okay? This is not a roast. I find that when we say that we lack times, 99% of the time, and I would even like blame myself for this one, we just don't prioritize things. Because technically, I could put more times into this, into politics if I wanted to. I just maybe don't want to get to that level of sacrifice. Like right now, I feel like I'm getting at the maximum level of sacrifice that I can, but I probably can do more. So, yeah. It's complicated, it's complicated. Anyway, I want to stay online on stuff, but because of reality, I'm forced to admit that my hands are full. Indeed. Yeah. But it's like, think about the reason why I'm saying this is because sometime we say another dev stream. True! Dev stream, and I got fucking law on the, on the screen. We're talking about banks. Okay. How's it going, King? But yeah, Nigma, the reason why I'm saying this is because often in your life, well, I know that it's been the case in my life, I've told myself that I had no choice and I needed to do something. That's not true. That's never true. You always have a choice. You always can choose to do a lot of things. Are you going to go through that other path? Maybe the cost is too big for you. But never tell yourself that you don't have the choice, okay? I told myself that I had no choice to deal with my shitty parents and like have the job that I had. I burned everything down. I don't talk to my parents anymore. I don't have the shitty jobs that I have. I have my daughter. Like those were all the things that I wanted to do. I went through that path. It was hard as fuck, but you can burn it all down. It's always an option. You can always say fuck it and go your own way. So, yeah. That was the inspiring little part thing. How's it going, Q King? Not having enough time is saying that you wish priorities would be different most of the time. There are situation health that remove time from your day. I agree with you, MB. That's why I was saying most of the time. And also, like most of the time, I find that people, like they're not disingenuous, but they're not saying the truth when they say they don't have enough time. Like often when people say, oh, I don't have enough time for this, what they really mean is, I don't really care about this, but I want to pretend that I wish I cared about it. So anyway. Like, if I were to say, oh, I don't have enough time to do door knocking for the liberals, that's not true. I don't want to do door knocking for the liberals. I care a lot about them, but oh boy, that's not me. So I'll give my money gladly, okay? The party has my bank account, but fuck this. I could have done the dishes and laundry instead of being an active participant in this stream. True! This is exactly it. This is exactly it. In reality, that's a nice one. That's a nice way to say it. What I basically mean Is that our 1 to do 20 plus thing? And A, this thing reality, currently now I cannot. No. Yeah. It's okay, Nigma. We're expanding on the subject, okay? I'm not focusing down on what you said originally. We're expanding. So we're doing that thing where I'm not talking precisely about you. I'm just yapping about things. All right? Don't worry. Okay. I think that we answered most things. The only thing is the... I love his fucking face. Give me... François-Philippe Champagne! Okay. Too much noise equals more stress. At least from my experiences. I make a lot of fucking noise. Okay. Can I love François-Philippe Champagne. Can we know who the fuck the treasurer is and what the fuck he does? Treasure. Fuck. Is this a real thing? Can we know what the fuck he does? Do we have a wiki on this? Oh man. You know what? Let's put his face. I'll go pee. Okay. Sorry, when I drink coffee, I pee like 1,500 times. I have these things where I can do anything when there is too much stuff on my to-do list, or if I have too many interesting projects. Yep, I think everyone has that, but yeah, it happens to me too. Like, this is why sometimes you see me be like, fuck it, focus, this thing. Like, or maybe this is an ADHD thing, ADD thing, and we don't know, but... Well, maybe it doesn't help that, like, someone that has ADD or ADHD, it probably doesn't help, but I don't know. It would surprise me if, like, it was, it would surprise me if it was something that normal people don't experience. And MB, always assume that when I use ADHD or ADD, I, like, mix them both together, okay? Because to me, they're the same thing. Also, I am a bit burdened on myself and I'm having work on Encosa for months now. That's also something, Ningma, right? I feel the same thing sometimes. Sometimes I say, oh fuck, I should work on this. I should do this. Because, like, it's not morals, but you have like objectives in lives that you want to achieve, and when you don't do them, it feels bad. But sometimes it's good to recognize that maybe a specific thing is not what you want to do anymore, right? Not only ADHD, but increased for the ADHD people. Yep. Okay. We're saying the same thing. That's good. Like, I'm not saying that you should dump in COSA or in Kappa. I'm just saying that this is a thing that can happen. Like, it happened to me a lot. I've immediately gotten a lot of new idea and refined some, but ideas are merely concept. Yep. Often when you start a thing, your brain will go in 15 places and you will see, oh, I could do this, I could do this. But in reality, you need to get the shovel in the ground. You need to get started first. And if you're not interested at like building it up, then you're thinking for nothing. Supposed to do. Look at the list of new feature for the next kernel. Done. Increasing knowledge in Canadian financial institution and government. Yes. And you know what? It was worth it. Okay, it was worth it. I still need to know what the fuck the Treasury does. Okay, Treasury Board of Canada. Conseil du Trésor du Canada. Okay, so it's the employer of the core public service. So essentially, it managed the expenditure for the employee side, for the labor side of the government, I guess, and manage each department. Principal is responsible for labor relation, collective bargaining, and pensions. Okay. Okay. God damn. That guy's been there for a long ass time. Or is it? Oh no, it's not alternate members. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway. Okay. Idea and blueprints of project that will only exist when someone reminds you of it. Yep. But this is why I've been focusing for, it's going to come up to a year now. Well, not on stream, not exclusively on stream at least. I hate that my hair do this and I have like this hole here. Anyway, I'll live with it. Like, this is why I said to myself, fuck it. Literally, fuck it. We're doing it live. And I've instituted all of those things. And Q-King, I know that you don't know where we are, but we parsed the kernel. We've got fucking 51 million of shit parsed. And we're doing it through multiple giga fucking versions. So yeah, we're doing good. We're pushing forward. We're getting there. And that's great. Okay. Worth it, educational, and interesting. Yes, and for people that watch the whole stream, they've got information on where MB and Maple live. True, we dox our ass. A lot. I agree. I'm just explaining my personal fine thing. Both micro GPU and DPU was a side project meant to solve my burnout, and now they have become full-on projects. Maple's still saying he will do LFN, but it's a month after the first time someone asked. True. I will do. Okay. Like the. You know what? We can make the fucking list live, okay? Oh, give me a moment. Sorry about that. So, my daughter just got a real family doctor. Yay! We're doing great. All right, where are we? Oh yeah, I was about to yap about LFN. Yeah, people are asking me to do LFN. There's XFS documentary. There's other deep dive. It's just that doing these feel like it's retarded and slop, right? It just feels like I can do them badly, and we could add to this kernel. But kernel, I'll do it badly if I need to. I don't give a fuck, because I have some kind of brand, okay? I won't put that one in the trash, or else I'm nothing. So, goddamn, my nose. So, like I want to do them correctly. I want to have the same feeling I had with EXT when I'm done with this. Like with EXT, I added something onto the world. If you use my website to source yourself for EXT, EXT2, EXT3, EXT4 knowledge, you are better off on my website than any other website in the world. I know this. Okay? I'm the fucking best. Fuck you. So, yeah. Oh, your time to leave. Bye-bye, Enigma. Love you. And I want this feeling for everything else that I do. You need to update it with the new dev going on. I think that I should redo it once we have the website going on. And this should be like the presentation. The presentation should be, we do one on EXT. We do one on XFS. We do the new LFN, but we explain every pathways of the code and what the fuck they do. Like, this would be adding onto the world. Good luck with that nose. Thank you. So, like, I don't know. It's just, I feel like sometimes we're doing boring shit, and it's frustrating. That's all. All right. So, EXT was the bait that... True. I mean, just the fucking graph, man. I'm glazing the fuck out of myself, okay? But the graph is insane. I love it. And not only that, but like there's a bunch of shit that are cool. Is that these like graphs, I made an awk script and they're generated automatically from this is a literal, like, this is an embed. Like, this is an SVG. Like, this is so cool. You can literally select things from it. And I want this. I want this. Streams are rarely boring between you and the chat. It's almost always fun. When I say when I said boring there, I meant well, if I said boring, I don't know, maybe you're saying something else, but when I said boring, I meant that words. It's boring because we go surface level when we could literally finish it forever, right? I technically never need to make a new EXT4 series unless I want to add the new features. It is not valuable information. Yes, it feels sloppy. It feels like I'm doing what everybody else is doing, which is repeating what Wikipedia has. Like, you know, I've done insane research when you go, this one I'm proud of too. I think there's, I don't know if I left it, but there's a part where I'm like, Wikipedia said that thing. It's a lie. Like, you know, I went into the code so deep that I know that H trees, not everything, just H trees, were added in this version, not this version. Like, this is unhinged level of precision. So, yeah. And like me trying to understand things that I don't understand, that I didn't understand yet. No, I didn't correct the entry because it's more complicated to, I don't have a Wikipedia account. And like, how am I going to debate this? I don't know. Fuck. I don't know and I don't, you know, that's the truth. I don't know and I don't care. That's the issue here. I don't know and I don't care. I want to make my own shit. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. That's that. Okay. All right. Let's... All right. Let's get into it. Okay. Here they're talking about benchmarks. I don't really care. All right. CPU change. So here, now, be you, do your stuff, and be proud. Yep. That's where I want to go. Now the big problem here is that my main thing is kernel videos, so I cannot stop them. Like I'm screwed on this line. If I want to have some kind of and on the Linux community, I need to do them. So like it's positive technically, because or else I would never have like that amount of sway. But I cannot do them in the way that I want to. All right, let's go. Linux 7.0 now defaults to Intel TSX Auto Mode for performance benefit on newer CPU. Okay. Intel transactional synchronization extension has the potential to bring help to some workload and great performance. Oh man, fuck. I'm sorry, I couldn't care less today. I'm so fucking not in. I'm just going to botch it all. It's not worth it. We're going to do some tomorrow, alright? We have an extra day this week. Well, technically no, because Friday I won't be here. Who gives a fuck? We're not doing this right now. My brain ain't. My brain ain't it, okay? It ain't it. Let's focus on code. Alright. Do you have any experience in logging? We need to do this. We need to implement it in one fell swoop. So... logging is easy. Is it? Import logger. Oh, sorry. I need to phrase a bit more. There's a couple of things that we need. Like, I don't want to do logging like a goddamn retard. I want to do it like a good boy. So there's multiple things, okay? First thing is I want to be able to know which file is logging what. I want us to have multiple logging mode. So one where it literally dumps everything and another one where it's a bit more limited. Maybe we could make it so it dumps everything onto files, but not everything to the terminal. And one more thing, we need to differentiate within cores, because at some point, when we go into this, into file processing, wherever the fuck it is, when we go into file processing, this needs to be, like, we need an indication that we're on core 1. Because if we don't indicate that, we will have an issue where we will have, like, the same issue that we have right now, where we have overlapping errors sometime, which confuses us. So we need all of that. So, like, I get the basic that they want to go with. Maybe we... Thank you. Maybe we should just get started with the basic. Yep. I'm trying to read the docs and I don't fucking get it. So we'll pick like this. Okay, that's absolutely horrible. Oh my god, can we... Okay, let's start. Fuck it. We're doing one thing at a time. Okay. Import logging. And I think we do like logging dot logger. This. And we can do logger equals this, right? We can do this. You're going to point me to this. I have no fucking idea what all of this means, okay? I couldn't... Like, this is unreadable to me. Like, the only valuable thing I have is this. Everything else to me in this big shit is confusing to me. Like, okay, when we do this, it gets the name of the current module that we're in. Cool. Now what? This doesn't explain anything to me. Anyway. With logger, okay. I'm not frustrated at you. I'm frustrated at this page because to me, like, I've read it. It just doesn't help me at all. So I guess... Fuck. Okay. My understanding, maybe I'm wrong, is that we have a root logger. And we have the other loggers that plug onto it, unless we, on purpose, plug another logger into it. So these logger, we can individually tell them that they can output to console or output to file. And we can also somehow, I have no fucking idea how to do this, but put like a level to what we're outputting. And whenever we add a message, we can say if it's an error, if it's an info, or if it's a debug. So I guess that's the thing. I think I just need to do shit. Oh, maybe. I think this can be done by handlers, which is cleaner, but... Right now, my issue is that I want to go advanced. If I want to do basic shit, I'll just do it. Like here, my brain issue is that we will need... This is root. We will need... Like... Those would be like CPU. 1 CPU. 2 or process, name it how you want. And then we will need our other handlers whenever we run into multi-CPU to log into this. Like the new root should be CPU. So how do I do that? You'll get there. Okay, I'll just read. Okay. Okay, so we can change the message. Sorry, my nose is fucking me over right now. Okay, display time and date, that's cool. I'm so sorry, my brain is having a hard time even reading, so that's why I'm focusing. Goddamn. It's Mark Carney! It's Mark. Hello, it's Mark Carney. Our Liberal team March 31st online fundraising deadline is tonight. Our strength lies in what we build at home together, and we are just getting started. Can you help us reach our $600,000 online goal before midnight? lpc.ca/March 31st. All right. I'm getting a text. All right. I'm just getting a text. Focus is good. On your phone, okay. Yeah, I'm memeing. Well, I'm not memeing. I received text from them, okay? Mark Carney. He texts me. He loves me, okay? Oh. Okay. Okay, this means that the logger name, track, package, model, hierarchy. Okay. Okay, so... Fuck, I don't know if I'll be able to focus on this. Goddamn. Yep. Let's go simple. Man, this already feels dumb. Fuck. I think I'm just pessimistic today. That's all there is to it. Pessimistic. My nose is fucking me over, okay? All right. Okay. Nice meme. You know what? Fuck it. Let's leave it at print. Oh, we need to import. Whoops. So my last message was block. Okay. What the fuck happened here? Don't talk about explosive stuff in the comments. True! Those are such trolls, we should blow them up. True! Of course I understood. I understand everything. True! Those are the best fucking quotes. Some retarded dev added this fucking bullshit to their code. Okay. Why would I want to print this? And why was it not printing? Oh, fuck. I know that's not how you say whatever, okay? I know. Yes, I'll fix that part. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to edit this because it's, okay, it doesn't make sense that I touch this. Yeah, just... No, it's retarded. Fuck. I need to understand it all in order to do something. Oh my god. MC Hammer. Okay. Yeah, I think everything is ambitious for today. Alright, that's going to be it. Oh, okay, so that's for the root thing, I guess. Okay. What if we run this? Okay. So it kind of works. We need to capture the output from these shits, but we're not there yet. Can we have like a more trim time? Yeah, it's too much for today, okay? I don't have any patience. Tomorrow we really fucking need to just get on that research, even though I don't want to do it. But I need to chill for today. Like I'll need to know how to plug loggers into one another. Have different handlers for storing into file. Capture outputs. I'll have to decide how I want to... True, don't open chat. I'll have to decide. Like, I need to know how to propagate the fact that I want to print something using debug or not. Like, it would be cool if I didn't have to use, like, these things. But anyway. No, I want this to work for real, for real. Like, the logger allows us to, like, put times, put where the fuck it comes from, a bunch of other things. Like, it's cool. We need that. If we don't have that, we're losing out. And this will allow us to have... Like, the idea is that we would still output everything to... Well, most things to the console. But if we could have access to some alternative... Like, if I could go into... Like, table.handling.py.out, and I could actually see... in the last run what was outputted. Like, that would be cool. If I could see also per core, that would be cool. And I think it's needed because right now we're kind of on a crucial point where we're going to start making decision about performance, and we're going to start making, like, we need to know how long things just run, right? Because I cannot make a change that will double the processing time without understanding what the fuck I'm doing. And right now, I would need to have, like, fucking watch. Anyway, I'm done for today. I think I'm just tired, so I'll go. All right. It was fun to be with you, MB, and everybody else, but I think we're alone now. So we'll see each other tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be there. A couple of hours. And we'll focus on research this time. Okay, no distraction. Focus on research. Fuck my feelings. We'll just do it. Anyway. Ciao. Love you. Bye-bye.